have a tendency to get my bike really dirty. Let's give it a good clean today. See, I tend to get into pretty dirty rides. Even my shoes are really dirty. So one of the problems with the gravel rides is that the rides tend to get pretty dirty. And I am inherently lazy when it comes to washing my bike. So this is how you wash the bike the lazy but effective way. It helps to have a stand for the bike. Now, the truly lazy way would be you don't care about the rest of the bike, as in you don't care if the rest of the bike gets dirty and you just clean the drivetrain. That is a truly lazy way, and trust me, I've done that many times. But today we're gonna clean the whole bike. You're gonna need a few things. I like to use dishwashing soap, it just works. You want a dry rag, a wet rag, ideally a place to put your bike. You don't want to clean it with it like moving around so much. And optional, you get a toilet brush to clean the hard to find spots. Like this. I like to use a hose. Now I know a lot of people don't like using the hoses, but honestly it's just so much more convenient. And I don't think it breaks the bearings that much. I think the bearings are pretty good these days. I mean the sealed ones. I like to start the cleaning with just a spray of water. Get the loose dirt out of there. Also bonus, after every ride I like to just wash my helmet and shades with water. Just keeps it from smelling. One other thing you'll need that I forgot, you'll want a bucket. Here's the bucket. It's very satisfying to be able to clean your bike with a lot of suds. So what I like to do is I put some dishwashing soap into the bucket. So I'm going to clean the bike with the wet rag and the soap, get rid of all of the mud stuck there. I try to make sure not to get soap on the rotor though, because that's, I don't know, it's like magic. I don't want to touch anything on the rotor, honestly. Depending on how lazy I feel, sometimes I don't bother with the wheels anymore, but making a video, really cleaning the bike, so I'm gonna clean the wheels as well. The key for lazy cleaning is not to sweat the small stuff. I don't really care if there's little bits of dirt here and there. The big thing to make sure that you get clean is the drivetrain. You want to see if you can get all this gunk out of the drivetrain. So we're going to use the soap, we're going to use the dry rag, we're going to use the wet rag, we're going to use the toilet cleaner thing. So I like to use the wet rag on the chain like this. I make sure that I have soap as well under the chain ring and the cassette and the derailleurs. I also like to wipe the gunk out of these things. One of the more difficult things to clean is the cassette, so I like to use this for the cassette. Make sure you get all the soap out of the chain. You don't want soap there later on. And the mistake that I made before was that I would wash the bike and I would just leave the bike. And then I would come back and I would notice that the chain would be rusted. So that's why I started using the dry rag. And the dry rag is just to wipe out the rest of the water and all of the gunk from the drivetrain. And then at least it's dry so I can put the chain lube. Okay, now that the drivetrain is dry, I'll put the dry loop. I hope it doesn't rain in the next few rides. I like to put at each sprocket, little drop per sprocket. And that's it. Rare, clean bike. Not the cleanest bike in the world, but it'll do.